homeschool moms, oh, I'm going to do it for 6 months or a year and make all this headway, right? All this progress. You as a mom need to have grace with yourself and your children to understand that this is like a lifetime journey of learning, and you get to do it with your kids.
Hey, it's so important. And I think that more important than academics are these things we're about to talk about. And it's more important than the life skills. And both of them woven together in a good balance with your children over the years create these important characteristics that children must have in this new world, right? We're in the great transition right now. There's powers changing everything around the world, and we're not to be fearful of it. You don't need to be. You can trust God and take action, right? So I completely trust God, and I also feel prompted to massive action.
Right.
And I think those...
And to prepare your kids as part of that massive action.
Because God gave us a jurisdiction to take action with them, to train them up, right? So here's what's more important than both, but both have to do with creating it, which is the ability to problem solve. We don't know, actually, what the future is exactly.
Or problems in the future.
Yeah, so they need to know how to solve problems and to be good at that and to be persevere when problems arise, when challenges arise, which has a big spiritual discipleship part to it. And to persevere and keep going and not give up and not doubt yourself and to solve problems with perseverance, okay? The next thing is critical thinking. I'm not saying be a critical person. That's not what critical thinking means.
That would be a critical spirit. That's different.
So critical thinking is the ability to think objectively, suspend the influences pressing against you, and actually to be able to have what I would call clear thinking, and to really think about things and to draw in the biblical perspective and push out the noise of the world and actually be able to think about situations happening, decisions to make. Decision making is so important. It takes real critical thinking nowadays. It's not as simple. You can't just make decisions how people made decisions in the past because situations have changed. There's new data points. There's new things happening. So it's about parenting, right? You know, we're telling you can't parent like you did in the past, right? We have to be critical thinkers as parents. Well, you have to create critical thinking humans, right? And help them use their minds. The Parenting Mentor Program goes into this stuff so well. And then resourcefulness. It is so important that regardless of their skill set, what they know, they believe they can figure it out. They believe they can find a way. They believe they can find a new way to make an income or multiple incomes or these. That's that resourcefulness mindset.
Using what's around them.
Using what's around them. Okay, I can't just go buy this thing that I used to be able to buy. Now, how can I make something to adjust for that? I think that's going to be so important. Okay, resiliency. I love that word because it's the highly resilient that are going to thrive regardless of what's thrown at us in this world. I was just giving a sermon on Sunday, and I just said, you know what? It's inevitable. We kind of know how things are going to go. We're all going to get squeezed more. So however you feel being squeezed right now, you know, how are you responding to that? What's going on with you? You know, are you getting heady? Are you having anxiety? Are you trusting God? Are you having faith? Are you moving forward, positive, with abundant hope, right? That kind of thing. And so what's coming out right now when we get squeezed with this level of squeeze we're experiencing? What comes out? Is it godliness? Is it hope? Is it abundant hope? Is it glorifying God? Is it resourcefulness and resiliency? Or is it something else? And what are our kids seeing? And, you know, because we're just going to get squeezed even more. So if we're being tested right now, let's pass the test well so we're ready for the bigger squeeze. I know that's not good news.
No, it's a good exhortation. And I think that sometimes we need that exhortation in life because life can be hard at times, but God is always good. He's good all the time. And sometimes it's the hard things we need to have a different perspective shift on to recognize that those hard things, if we walk through them, embracing them and engaging them, then they're going to actually grow our capacity to be able to handle the next big thing that comes in life. Because the truth is we live in a fallen world. It is not perfect. There are going to be good times and there are going to be hard times.